Hello everyone and welcome. Just so you all know, I have an art gallery coming up soon, and so in this video I am going to show you the process of how I am going to prepare for it, how I'm going to set up for it, and even show you what's going on during the show and what I'm going to do after show. And along the way I'm going to give you a few pointers. So let's get to it. So usually the first step is to find an art gallery or a place to host your show in. But since this is at a university and this is for 8th grade, I actually already have a gallery to put all my stuff in. So my first step is to make a schedule of what I need to do and my goal to have it all done by. So the easiest way is just to go into Word or any other document type where you can just type out all this. So I have to gather artwork, list artwork, come up with theme, learn how to hang a gallery, create a list of invites, design postcards, design email invites, pretty much make a media plan. Write an artist statement, mailing out everything, and advertising. Preparing artwork, making tags, hanging the gallery, buying refreshments, work on my speech, and then of course the show, and then of course breakdown. So, you don't have to do all this, but this is a requirement for me. Every show's different, so it's whatever you have a preference on. Now, for the fun part of the whole process is making a list of all the artworks you're going to put into your show. My requirement is at least 20, but I'm throwing in a lot more than that. Usually this list contains the name of the work, the medium that it's made. I have film photography, digital photography, graphic design, Illustrator, pretty much painting, drawing. Yeah, I have all kinds of stuff. And then of course there's dimensions, so you know what size the piece is, and anybody else who looks at this. And then of course price, because usually you would like to try to sell your artwork. You don't have to if you don't want to. That's why I have NFS, not for sale, on one of these. And then of course make things a lot easier. You just put images right alongside this. And of course I did this one in Excel. You don't have to do it this way. You don't even have to make a list. I just find it easier and more organized. So the next step is to come up with a theme for the show. Most of the time you can just look at your pieces of art or whatever you're going to show and just come up with a theme that way. But since this is my senior art show, I'm slightly all over the place, so I gotta come up with a broader theme, but still hold true to what I'm trying to show. The theme for a show is pretty important because it's also what you're trying to communicate to the public. It is your voice in the matter. It is also the story that you're trying to tell behind your artwork. So depending on what story you're trying to tell, your theme can be broad or it could be very specific. It doesn't really matter. It's really all up to you and to what you're trying to tell other people. Okay, so here I am working on a media plan, and what this is just a list of ways of how I'm going to advertise for my show. Some ideas I have is mail out or hand out postcards, depending on the situation. There's also internet or Facebook. Since I am on a campus, I can also hang out flyers, bulletin boards, and we also have a campus channel. So I am going to make a slide for that. Another way we can do it is email people. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to that or not, but it is an option. If you're not on a campus or any school district thing, you could also mail your flyers to any newspaper or just hang them up all over town. Just whatever way, just get the news out about your art show. Okay, so here I am working on my invite list. I will be advertising, but there's also certain people I would like to come and support me and just help me out. So here I just have names of family and close friends, and of course their addresses. I typed this all out in Excel. You can do it whatever document type you want, or you can just handwrite it, or if you already have a phone book, just look it up that way. Okay, so here I am working on advertising my show. Right here is a flyer that I have made in Illustrator. You don't have to do Illustrator. There's also stuff you can do on the web, like websites you can design cards in. But I did Illustrator because that's actually part of my career that I'm going into. So that's a flyer. I've also done a poster. You're going to need a poster for put in like the entryway of your gallery, just to say, hey, here's my gallery, it's right here. This is a postcard that I'm making. Well, I would make, except for I'm not the only one in this art gallery. So I have collaborated with the other artist, and we have come up with this. We decided to do one postcard because it's going to save us a lot of money. A lot of money and a lot of time. So yeah, if you're going to share a exhibit, it's probably best to collaborate with the other artist just to see what their preference is and what they like and dislike, and who knows, you guys would make great friends. Okay, so here I am working on my artist statement and bio. There's different ways to write a artist statement. You can do full page, half page, or just a simple paragraph like what I just did. An artist statement is also another way to voice out what you are trying to tell the world or what story you're trying to present to them. Different type of styles you can do is you definitely want to be honest. You want to try to capture your own speaking voice, avoid repetition. In an artist statement, you want to hit pretty much main focal points, like the main idea of your whole exhibit. And a bio is just a brief introduction about who you are, where you're from, and what you have done. It doesn't have to be very long. I've done a paragraph. You can type in first person, third person, just whatever you're comfortable with. Okay, so here I am working on tags for all my art shows. They don't have to be very big, but they do have to be good size. Here I have like 9 to a page. Should be good enough. What we want on it is name of the artwork, of course, your name, what media it's from, and the price you're selling it at, if you're going to sell it at all. But each piece should have a tag to it, so everybody knows what the title of that piece is called. Otherwise, you're going to get a lot of questions of what this piece is, on top of questions that everybody else is going to have. Okay, so here I'm working on my speech. I'm just going to do a simple outline, make sure it all flows well. Some people will go ahead and type out full page reports looking speeches, but I just find mine easier to just do an outline and just say it as I go. You don't have to do a speech if you don't want to, but I do highly suggest that you open the floor up to any questions. It's also easier to interact with everybody. Our exhibit went over really well. A lot of friends and family came out and supported us, and overall it was just fun. So hopefully you enjoyed this video and picked up a lot of tips along the way. So until then, bye!